Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today you can see I have the Marvel Legends Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, the 60th anniversary amazing series. And yeah, he looks awesome. You can see it's already open, but I just want to show off the packaging. You can see the product shot, and then the original Amazing Fantasy artwork, which I really like. And yeah, so you can see he comes with a bunch of accessories, and he's in here. I just wanted to show off this. And yeah, we'll take a look at the figure. And this is the first appearance of Peter Parker Spider-Man. And I really like this figure. He looks awesome. I'm a sucker for first appearance action figures. I think if there's an action figure of a character from comic books, I honestly would like to also always have a first appearance version of them. That's just me. But this is how he comes out of the package, with a web shooting hand and then a fisted hand. And he looks awesome. Couple problems. He's more than a little bit. He's very gappy on his legs. They were not put in properly. And yeah, his legs were like bent outwards very far. And like, this is a brand new figure. This was never touched before I got it. So that's I had to heat him up, and the legs are still wanting to warp inwards, so he's probably always going to have a bit of a wide stance, but it's not horrible anymore, but it's not great. Also, one of his arms has, he got some paint splotches, which isn't ideal, so that kind of pisses me off a little. And then the black doesn't seem to always match up. Like, it's glossy here and like here and here. And it's kind of matte right here and matte here. So that's not incredible, but I'm not too angry with it because, like I said, I'm a sucker for first appearance figures, character designs, just period. And one thing I hope one day we get a repaint, or I might get another one to repaint, the blue symbol, because I love that design. Probably just because I love how weird early designs look. But we'll get into accessories, and he comes with 9 accessories, and I just have them in here and just dump them all out. So first, he comes with an array of hands. He comes with 2 fisted hands, one on the body and then one right here, and then same with web shooting hands. So he comes with 2 of those. And then he comes with 2 wall crawling hands. So, that's good. And then he has 2 web gripping hands for the web. And wonderful amount of hands. I think these are all essential Spider-Man hands, and every Spider-Man figure or Spider character in general should come with these types of hands. And then he's got a web. A lot of people have this web, but I've never had a Spider-Man figure until recently. So these web, I'm fine to have this. It's nice to have. You can never really have too many Spider-Man webs, in my opinion. And then you've got the web wings, which just kind of slot in, but they don't work too well. He's got slots on his forearm, and then you kind of just figure out where it goes. See, like, that wouldn't go there. That would go there because it would look on it's supposed to go on the inside when you open his arm up. And they're very hard to slot in, and they're also very hard to keep in. I don't know if that's just my figure, but very awful and cumbersome to use. Like, if you're just gonna get them in a good pose, then maybe they'll work out. But like, I'm having a hard time figuring out, especially with these ones, how to make them look good, because they just don't look good. The folded down ones tend to look a lot better, because you can just have them looking like, folded down. You can do like that, fold it down, and do this and fold it down, which looks pretty good when he's just dead there like that. So yeah, it's not too bad, but I probably won't be using these often. When people said that originally, I was like, what? You have to use the web wings. They're awesome. That's an awesome early design, but like, they're just so annoying to use. I hope we get good web wings one day on one of these figures. But articulation. Oh yeah, also for accessories, I wish he would have came with a classic Peter Parker head sculpt, but That's not awful. The Renew Your Vows body, or the Renew Your Vows, like, 2-pack head sculpt fits on here, but it just doesn't look good. It's too low, and it's just not classic looking, so. But if you want to do that, you could do that. But the head looks up that far. Good for Spider-Man. Down that far. Get a little bit of head tilt, not much, because it's just a hinge. I actually prefer this layout for the head over the, like, the Renew Your Vows body, head, because it doesn't have, like, the cut, and because this body just makes me feel like I'm gonna break the neck. It's like hollow. It's actually more so on the Ben Reilly Spider-Man, which we'll show when we get the comparisons. But the arm can move out that far, any farther than that, and the bicep might pop off because the bicep on him, this is also not put in properly. You got butterfly joint that goes that far back, that far forward. Not great. I wish it was better. You got double joint that goes very well. You got the wrist hinge and then movement. Then you got crunch forward that far, crunch back that far, that far. Then you got a, whatever you want to call that. And then you have kick forward very far, kick back pretty far. Can kick out, not as amazing as a Spider-Man should be. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee, can almost kick his own butt. And then you got a swivel there, which is, like I said, very gappy. And then these are really warped. And then he's got very, very, just awful I mean, it's good articulation, but it just feels very not great. So, yeah. Sadly, this figure is not as great as it could be, but it's still good. I think it's just my copy of the figure that's just got some issues. So we'll get into size comparisons. First, we'll compare him to the Mafex black suit. And as you can see, he's still bigger than the Mafex, surprisingly. And this is a teenage body, and this is supposed to be a adult Peter in their line, but Mafex is true 6-inch. But if you use the drop-down hips, they're about the same size. So this works as a teenage Peter if you want it to be a teenage Peter. And then we'll go the Sentinel into Spider-Verse Miles Morales. And yeah, not exactly proper, you know, but I mean, you could still use them. Like, he's supposed to be a kid, but he doesn't exactly have to be Miles' age. Miles can be 13, and then Peter can be like 17. And then we have the Renew Your Vows 2-pack Spinneret. And she looks good. Hold on, let me get her in a better neutral position. And yeah, she's about the same size, so if you wanted to use them together, you could. And then we have the Renew Your Vows Peter, Spidey. And they're about the same size too, actually. So, and then we have the Ben Reilly, and this is probably my favorite Spider-Man figure, one of my favorites that I own. I just love this figure. And they look good together. Yeah, I did swap the heads on them because I think that suits Ben Reilly better. And then we'll just do some random comparisons. Deadpool, you know, at this point they would definitely not meet up, but Deadpool, you know, he was introduced like, what, 30 years after Spidey, so. And then we'll just do like a Wolverine, I guess, comparison. If you have this Wolverine, they'll look fine together. And then we'll do a first appearance Wolverine. This is technically first appearance, I guess. And yeah, once again, his size just doesn't work very well. And then we can just do like the Jim Lee Cyclops, and we'll just get the Wolverine in there too. It's animated series, but definitely inspired by Jim Lee, you can tell. And yeah. This figure, good, fits in pretty well. I think he's essential for a Spider-Verse display or a classic display because he looks great with other characters. I probably should have grabbed some Avengers, but you guys will live without Avengers for now. And yeah, he looks great. Really great. He has got a good amount of accessories, and he has a pretty good presence on the shelf, honestly, you know, like the young kid. I normally hate black and red Spidey, but just, it works on this case for me for some reason. Like, I hate the design for Spider-Man in the MCU, the black and red suit. I mean, I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite. I'm not really a black and red Spidey suit guy, but this works probably because it's first appearance and I love first appearance. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you around. Bye.